Well, when I was a young lad, my first venture into swimming was when one of my parents just threw me into the deep end of the neighborhood pool. I can't really remember which parent it was, as I've tried to block that memory out forever, but I don't think that was the best way to learn how to swim. Thankfully, here in West Bloomfield, we will soon have a much better option, and that is the Goldfish Swim School. Joining us now is the general manager of Goldfish Swim School in West Bloomfield, Gabby Rosely. Gabby, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Hello, you guys. I think you might be on mute. I see a mute button on your side, and I couldn't quite hear you there, but I'm excited, and I'm here to introduce myself. My name is Gabby Rosely, and I am the general manager at the new Goldfish Swim School location in West Bloomfield. So we are coming to the area, and we are going to be open for swim lessons at our West Bloomfield location in December. We are a learn to swim program, and we teach kids 4 months old to 12 years old how to swim. We have levels for kids of all ages, and we utilize the science of swim play at Goldfish. So science has proven that children learn best when they are in safe environments and are accompanied by fun and exciting playtime. So that is our biggest goal here at Goldfish, is to really make sure that we are emphasizing the importance of safety for our children. So that is one of our main points that we stress when we talk about our mission, and it is to teach kids how to swim and teach them how to be safer in and around the water. So that is something that we make sure is evident every day at Goldfish. We have all of our staff lifeguard certified, CPR certified, depending on their positions. Everyone is ready to perform in the case of an emergency, and we make sure that our deck supervisors are on deck observing all of our lessons. Our lifeguards are employing the 1020 scan that makes sure they're constantly watching our kids in the water, and our curriculum is really based on those water safety skills for our younger swimmers, and eventually progresses into the mobility skills and things of that sort. But I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity, and would love to answer some specific questions for you guys so that I don't just babble on. But I want to make sure I'm able to hear you guys over there.
Yeah, can you hear me now, Gabby?
Yes, I can.
I had such a beautiful, humorous introduction too. But when you see the replay, you'll enjoy that. So I'm not gonna pain everyone by doing it again. But you'll enjoy my introduction. But so could you tell us? Could you talk about the history of Goldfish Swim School? So I understand the company itself began right here in the Metro Detroit area.
It did. So our first location actually opened up in Birmingham in 2006. Our founders, Chris McQuiston and Jenny McQuiston, opened up that school right on Cole Street in Birmingham, and it is still up and running today. We now have over 135 active locations and lots that are in the coming soon process. West Bloomfield, for example, is one of them. So we are all over the States, and we have a couple schools in Canada as well. So we started small, and we are consistently growing, and we have a really great team that has kept our core values at the very basis of what we offer, and that is safety and the golden experience.
So Gabby, can I ask you a little bit about what your swimming background is? Were you any kind of a lifeguard or a competitive swimmer at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I was a competitive swimmer myself. I swam from the time I was 8 years old, and I briefly swam at the University of California in San Diego. I had a couple of career-ending injuries that caused me to move back, and I actually transferred to Michigan State University. I stopped swimming once I came over there. Go white, of course. And of course, my swimming background on my own side was very competitive, but I have been a coach since I was 15 years old. And I was also a lifeguard, and I taught private lessons and group lessons for over 5-6 years. So I've been around swimming my entire life.
So there are a lot of places that advertise that you can take swim lessons. So what is it about Goldfish Swim School that sets it apart from other places? So about the classes and the techniques that you guys teach over there?
Absolutely. So aside from just the safety precautions that we take, making sure that we have all of our staff members ready to respond in case of an emergency, having our lifeguards on deck in addition to our deck supervisors and our deck assistants that are constantly watching the kids, as well as the instructors that are in the water with the kids. We maintain very specific ratios based on the capacity of the pool. And our curriculum, we have a whole team that has come up with the science of swim play, as we call it, because like I mentioned, science has found that kids learn best and develop cognitively and mobily best when they're in safe environments and accompanied with exciting playtime. Guided play is what we call it. So our curriculum team has come up with a curriculum for all of our levels that we have from 4 months old to 12 years old that first focus on mobility, reflexes, comfortability in the water for our very young ones, and then progress into techniques in survival skills of being able to roll over, being able to submerge and resubmerge, falling into the pool. What would you do? Grabbing onto the side of the wall and being able to climb out of the pool, and then eventually teaching those basic strokes. So we've really got it down to a science here, and our core values are very, very important to us. And one of those is that we provide the golden experience that comes into play in our customer service industry. We make sure that our members have the best possible experience every time they walk into Goldfish, every time they give us a call. That's really, really important to us. And then, of course, we celebrate everything. So you're always going to see the kids walking out of their swim lessons with ribbons and high fives from their instructors and hopefully big smiles on their faces, because that celebration aspect is very important to us. We know how scary swimming can be, so we have our instructors in the water ready to go and ready to celebrate those kids for getting in the pool.
So are there different techniques or maybe different classes for those children who are just completely terrified of the water? Because there's a lot of adults that are terrified of the water. But so when you know ahead of time a child has that kind of demeanor, how do you handle that?
Sure. So we make sure to train our instructors for all different kinds of scenarios. So water can be scary for a lot of kids. It's their first time getting an introduction to the water. And so there is a lot of anxiety and fear, and there's a lot of tears. And sometimes those tears are from the parents, so our instructors are trained to guide those children who are very anxious about the water in a very calm manner, in a reassuring manner. And at Goldfish, we never push the kids to do something that they absolutely do not want to do. Of course, there is encouragement always, but we make sure to approach those kids that are really fearful with the utmost calmness and just slowly interpreting their emotions so that we can best adjust the curriculum based on their experience and their feelings around the water. So we've got an anxiety playbook that we run our instructors through, and we make sure they're well prepared for that.
I think I'd like to get a hold of that anxiety playbook just for my daily life.
Right.
If I could get a copy of that, that'd be great.
Absolutely. I know it's helped me a couple times here and there as well. So yeah, the kids are in good hands as well as the parents.
So is there a generality? Is it easier for babies to just start swimming than it is for maybe like a 6-7-year-old? Can you make a generality like that?
Sure. So of course, every child is different, but there are a lot of benefits to starting your children early. We start as early as 4 months. So we say by the time your child is able to lift their head up, they're ready for swim lessons. Really, really great for kids who have that early introduction for socialization, for even individualization as they progress through our curriculum, for cognitive and mobile development, muscle development. It's really a great bonding experience for the kids as well. And for the young ones, our number one goal is to get them comfortable in the water. So the earlier that we can make swimming fun, the less likely they are to develop a fear later on in life. And at around 8 months, children have been found to develop a very sudden fear for the water. And so if we can get them started before that and kind of eradicate that time period that allows them to suddenly snap into this state of fear when they see the water, that's always a really big plus for us. But of course, we do have kids that are starting a little bit later. We've got kids who come in and haven't had lessons and don't know how to swim when they are 12 years old. And of course, our curriculum accommodates those children as well. But we always say the earlier, the better.
So Gabby, we mentioned that the location is not open yet, but you are selling lessons and memberships. Where exactly is Goldfish Swim going to be located in West Bloomfield?
So you are correct. We are still in our construction phase. We are open for booking on our website though. So you can reserve your spot, and everyone knows those fill up really quickly. So we've got a lot of enrollment so far, and we will be open in the Orchard Mall. So we are right on Orchard Lake Road and West Maple Road. We are right on the corner as you enter in the entrance across from English Gardens. So we've got our address on our website, but we're really excited to be coming to the mall.
Well, Gabby, we want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, and best of luck to Goldfish Swim in West Bloomfield. And we'd love to have you back on when you officially open.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure chatting with you. And anybody who's interested in swim lessons can find more information on our website, which is Goldfish Swim School West Bloomfield.